I've just walked into his room. He's doing this. He's basically been doing this for about 5 days since the episode aired.
That was such a good episode.
Can you at least put on pants? It's kind of... or underwear?
Hello and welcome to NPCs of Wildemount, the brand new spanking reviews of Critical Role, the new story arc, the new campaign.
Chapter 2, Season 2,
Yes.
something 2, whatever, however you want to word it.
We are beaming out of Wellington, New Zealand. It's 10 million degrees in my room because it's on the third floor.
It's like 30.
30, wise, going for hyperbole, you know, trying to get my point
you're
across.
a bit of a dramatic. got a bit of drama. Putting in there. It's 1 million degrees. 30.
Yeah. The Earth is cooking, the human race is done for, and yeah, our last kind of testament to the will of human creation is to create this video for you guys. So what we're going to do is go through the video and the episode. Let's rip it apart because it was amazing.
It's the first episode. We learn all the characters. We're not going to go through whether we're right or wrong because one, we forgot to rewatch both the episodes to figure out what it is. I do remember you guessed Ashley's race right.
I did. I thought Ashley would play an Asima, and she did. And
spoilers.
Yeah.
In the review.
It's a review.
Yeah.
Like if they're clicking on this, they probably know the spoilers. I was quite happy. I'd love to do. I might do another video of just percentiles of how accurate we were with our guesses and come up with an actual number because I thought that'd be quite.
I think
fun.
it's around about 20-30.
20-30%.
I think we guessed like Sam's class right.
We knew that Laura was playing a tiefling.
Yeah, we knew Laura was playing tiefling.
Because we saw tiefling horns and we're like,
and Marisha playing a monk.
Yeah, we got that right as well.
I think everyone
got that right. Kind of as soon as they saw something doing this, everyone was like, that's Marisha playing a monk. They nailed it.
Anyway,
let's get into the episode.
Let's get into it. So we're in, obviously, Wildemount. 335
years
PD.
Post-divergence.
Yes. Yeah. In a small town of Trostenwald? Trostenwald.
Do you know, every week we do these videos.
So you don't write it down. You could fix this problem by writing things down.
It's not what I was going to say. Every week
that's why I know what you're going to go. Every week you got to pronounce the words and names, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, because you don't write down any of them to pronounce them.
This is the main problem that we have. I don't write the names down and he can't pronounce them.
Okay, you pronounce that.
Yeah, Trustwald.
It's like Frostenwald, but Trost.
Trustwald, yeah.
Trostenwald.
That's where we find ourselves. Now, we're on the Menagerie Coast, where we start, which is a beautiful name. Well done, Matt Mercer. His storytelling is, in this one. And the jagged terrain of political power.
He'll make a good DM.
Yeah.
Yes, so basically we start off with Caleb and Not. So Caleb is... Liam's character. I actually forgot his name for a second. I was about to say Taliesin, and I was like, no, that's not right.
You could totally have pulled that off.
Yeah, I could have. Caleb.
Caleb Widogast.
Yes. So
fantastic last name.
He is a human.
Yeah. And he is a wizard. Originally, when I was watching the episode, because I hadn't gone through... I had to watch it late because I had a shift when it was actually on live. But then, I didn't watch any of the spoilers. I had no idea. I was just trying to guess like what his class was before they actually said it. And I actually had him down to Warlock first.
I had him Sorcerer or Wizard.
Yeah.
Because he refers to a book that he has.
Something that I will note now. In this new episode, when they had the little character stat blocks, next to what their class was... they had like a little level marker, like 2 in a bracket, which hints at the fact that there's probably going to be a lot more multi-classing earlier on in this, because it kind of signifies that he's taken 2 levels in Warlock, and then, in my prediction, as the campaign progresses, beneath that it might have like Barbarian 1.
Oh, they could just do that, because they want to give the option for going down that route. And
So I think there could be some multi-classing. But yes, we meet Caleb Widogast, Liam, whose character's voice is not that dissimilar to Vax.
From the School of Transmutation.
Yeah. Obviously, I love Vax via the t-shirt. So go Liam and Caleb Widogast.
So basically, Caleb is apparently a really smelly guy. He's in bed with his best bud, Not...
Yeah.
Who is a small goblin girl.
Not the Brave is the title that they were introduced
Not the
with.
Brave.
Not the Brave.
Not the
which
Brave.
is just good.
This is Sam's character, Sam Regal's character, playing a small goblin girl.
So, we did actually guess that in the silhouette, the shortest character was played by Sam, and we got that right. We did not get the race and class right. I don't think many people did.
Also keep in mind Liam chose this for him.
Yeah.
So Liam, imagine the conversation. All right, Sam. Next campaign, you're gonna play my class, a rogue. Yes. but you will be a goblin. Yes, and a girl.
What? And you'll be like 10 years old. Hang on a minute.
And you have to keep that voice for 2 years.
Oh, the voice is fantastic. It's like Annie Orphan kind of from the UK, like Bristol. Annie the Orphan grew up in the UK in the wrong side of town where she became a scouser and lifted like wheels from cars and sold them on the black market.
That was a weird route you went down there. I don't know what that was
But Not the Brave is wonderful. I actually, it's not as entire not, it's N-O-T-T. I noticed that later.
Yeah. So the goblins are kind of shamed and kind of looked down upon about where we are. So she keeps hidden for most of the time and covers up. So they kind of make it look like it's like a halfling because of how covered they are. But it's all.
A goblin. It's a goblin, yeah. Pretty much 90% of people theorised on Reddit and beyond that it was a kobold, but no.
It's just the hands. The hands screw everything up.
Yeah. Cool. So they're essentially hanging out in the inn.
Well, they're just waking up from the morning. I think not. They keep on referring to things they had just done because they did little micro sessions. So Sam took a micro. Oh, not Sam. Sorry. Matt took little sessions with everyone of kind of like a pre-story to land them where they are now. Yeah. So with not referring to she was doing something. God,
it's going to be tricky, yeah.
She was doing something the night before, and Liam's character was so tired just because of things they just did.
Yeah, which I think is a really interesting way of doing it. Usually when I introduce a new character in a thing, I have them at the table and run them through the backstory. But actually having like a secret session, they've kind of been introduced to the world and got to play around a little bit as the new character, I think is brilliant.
It helps break it in.
Yeah.
So the wake up, sorry, you want to go?
Oh, I was just going to say...
I was going to say, like...
Yeah, I was just going to say, what I can say? Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Okay, you go.
Right.
So, because he knew as soon as he would start talking, I'd jump in.
Yeah.
We will be getting, I know me personally, I'm going to be calling Marisha Kiki and then fixing my words because I will still be calling them by the names.
I'll probably punish you eventually.
Okay,
but,
okay.
That's how you learn anything. It's me just like saying, don't.
But you just need like a little spray of water or something.
So anyway, they move downstairs. They wake up in the morning, have a bit of banter, you get an introduction.
Yeah. They
go downstairs to the dining and get some table and order some food and drink.
Yeah. Again, a lot of people theorised that the new campaign would start in a tavern. Nailed it.
That's in tavern.
Yeah.
So they sit down, and it turns out the table next to them is 3 more of our party members.
Yep.
So we've got Beauregard.
Great name. That's Marisha the monk.
Drunk monk?
Drunken monk.
Do you think?
I think so, at this point.
I don't know if that's ever stated, but it does have that persona.
Yeah, and she when they go on later on, they do a tour of breweries, and she's really excited about it. So yeah.
Probably. Okay. Yeah. Drunken monk.
Yeah.
Weird
thing to note: Sam is actually wearing the same shirt that he wore on the first ever live stream of the first campaign of Critical Role.
Ruined what I was going to mention.
Got to it first.
Yeah, I was going to bring something up, but what I was going to say is because they don't have a team name, we should name them every week.
Okay.
Until they have a team name. So I was going to call them the Pink Shirts.
The Pink Shirts.
So when
we can still do that.
We can say when the Pink Shirts get together and go to the carnival, we get to say the Pink Shirts, and then next week we'll come up with
we'll make that canon. We can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pink Shirts.
The Pink Shirts.
The Pink Shirts because of Sam's shirt. Basically, he's wearing the same shirt that he wore in the first episode of Critical Role.
Which I did not notice, but someone else online noticed, and then I thought I'd sound smart by
people mention them in chat because I was actually watching it live.
Yeah.
Anyway. So we met Beauregard. That's Marisha's character. Monk, human.
Yep.
That's about it.
So now we've got Caleb Widogast, Not the Brave, Beauregard. Fjord. Or Ford. He pronounces it as Ford. This is Travis's character.
Half-orc.
He pronounced, more people kind of correct in the assumption that he was going to play a spellcaster. Yes, he was. We've got a warlock, Travis the warlock. Hexblade Warlock, we got spells, we got melee attacks. God, that's going to be awesome. And his name is Ford, which I think might have been a tribute to his favourite. Yeah,
Ford.
But I still think it's a tribute to his favourite car manufacturing company.
Is it his favourite? Because that's a big call if he's a huge fan of cars to say he's a Ford follower if he's not.
See, that's why I said it really
quickly. Have you been around enough Bogans? I've been around Bogans. Good luck with that.
Would you like to explain to the people outside of New Zealand what a Bogan is?
It's like, what is the decision?
Think crap cars, mullets, and bourbon and cola.
Just think of someone that got stuck in the 80s and still around nowadays.
We have a lot of them here in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I forget Bogan is a very kind of Kiwi thing, and Aussie thing.
Yeah.
The last one of these three group is Jester, which is probably my favourite character so far.
I would actually 100% agree with you on that.
And that's Laura's character.
Yes.
So Laura is a blue-haired and a blue tiefling.
Yep, blue skin, yeah.
A cleric.
Yeah. So essentially, at some point, Laura was looking over at Ashley's character over the last campaign and thought, you know what, I want to try that. So we've got Laura the cleric. But I also think she's probably going to take a multi-class in some...
You really want to do multi-class,
I'm sure they're going to.
all about
Look,
multi-classing.
I am actually either willing...
If you have a blow-up doll, you'll call out multi-classing. And just stroke her hair multi-classing.
I do not have a blow-up doll. I have a blow-up Pikachu and her name is Cassandra. Anyway, what's going on?
The multi-class? Is it a ground type as well?
No, I'm fairly sure. I'll even put my name on the line and say that I officially predict that there'll be a lot of multi-classing in this new campaign. Yeah, I've said it. It's out there in the cybersphere.
Well, it's kind of a given. I mean,
now you're on my side.
I know. I'm just saying. You just keep on bringing it up for like some reason. You've got this huge kind of cultist movement of multi-classing. And you just want to drop it.
I actually want you guys to multi-class more. That's why.
You're like that guy from in our games that always brings up Paylor.
By the way, have you heard the good word of Paylor?
Yeah.
So yeah, blue tiefling. We also got the other...
Got a very Eastern European accent.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think Laura and Sam are going to have the hardest times keeping up the new accents, but they are voice actors. So
and she played... Probably why she's my favourite, because she played a very naive... She is the grog of the group.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, I think she's going to be the grog of the group.
Was it correct? Because I didn't actually get to see Grog's stats. He did mention on Fireside...
Not Grog.
No, sorry. See, I'm going to be doing that a lot. But yeah.
Fjord.
Spray bottle. Fjord. Does he have 3 stats at a single digit? Because,
I didn't check that.
Yeah, because he said that twice.
It's popping up right now.
There we go.
So we'll know.
So we don't know.
But we can't see it.
But you guys know.
Yeah. So
that's something.
Yeah.
You guys got a one up on us. We have no idea what that is until we edit it and I watch it.
There we go. So the answer whether he has 3 sets or not in that card.
Cool. I have to watch this video to find out if I'm right.
Yeah, you won't. Anyway, so yes, so at the moment, I'll say Jester is my favourite. Very naive character, very very fun character.
Yeah,
It's going to be fun to explore that one.
Yeah. The last missing character.
2 characters.
Yeah, characters.
Which character?
I don't know what that was.
Anyway, so
actually,
to go on to it,
right.
Two new characters walk into the inn after these two kind of group of characters kind of talk to each other and have a bit of interaction. Yep. There's Molly Mork.
Great name. The Blood Hunter played by Taliesin.
Yes.
Alright, now, tons of people predicted that Travis would be playing the Blood Hunter, but it looks like Taliesin got there, and it's a really fun class, and I've never seen it before on a live stream, apart from our live streams. So I'm really looking forward to see what Taliesin does with more melee, also still kind of spellcaster at times, character.
As a lavender tiefling.
Yeah.
Lavender, I like the word.
Yeah, it's good, it's good. Lavender, yeah. That's my other blow-up doll is called Lavender, in fact, yeah. And it's actually just a replica of you.
It's only funny when I do
it. Anyway, that's
Travis's, and then we've got Ashley's character.
A tall, white-skinned woman.
Yes, called... Oh, what was her name?
Yasha. Yeah, Yasha. And Azuma, yes, got it right.
Alright. Yep, so she is also a barbarian. So she looked at Travis's character and said, hey, I want to play that one.
Yeah, so we've got lovely Ashley playing a big, badass barbarian, who also, I do believe, is quite goth by the picture that they made. Eyeliners and black hair. Yeah, it's quite cool.
So they're part of a carnival that's coming to town, and they're trying to invite these guys to actually come to the carnival. And what was the carnival's name?
The Carnival of Curiosity.
There we go. This is like the first interaction all the characters are in the one spot talking about all these things. So we get little nuggets here and there.
And we get to see some of their wonderful new voices and a little bit of their characters as they kind of discuss stuff. Matt kind of just lets them go for a little bit and just interact, and yeah, it was great.
And so we find out Jester, so that's Laura's character, is looking for a dad.
Yeah.
There's a mystery with Knot and Cloaks.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's that all about.
Yeah.
That's something going down.
I have one theory on who it is. The people that are hunting Sam's character.
Yes, because we find out he's on the run.
Yeah. I do believe, because at one point towards the end, Matt very quickly dropped the name of an organisation, the Cerebus Assembly. And it was said very quickly and in passing. He was, as an NPC, he was talking to the party, and he's kind of threw in Cerebus Assembly, which I immediately wrote down. I feel like that could be coming back in a future episode.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We also find out about Frumpkin, which is Caleb's cat.
Yes, looks like classic
Liam's
warlock.
got a cat.
Yep.
Frumpkin.
Are you familiar with familiars? The Warlock often has a familiar with him. In our game with Nikolaius, it's a shadow cat, and a little cat, little tabby cat, I do believe, a ginger cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're probably going to see that quite often as well.
Yeah.
So Jester is also a gambler.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of this one. Too much.
I do play a lot of poker.
Yeah, I mean, because we share a YouTube account. I don't know how many times we say this. We share a YouTube account. It's just you just watching poker or just like deception and all
and then yours is just World of Warcraft transmogs.
Yeah, transmogs, no.
Wow, that's
lore
me.
videos.
Yeah, lore videos. Then we also find out about Talison's character is a tarot reader. But he's a tarot reader in the sense that his sleight of hand skills are really, really great to the point where he can just manipulate cards to the top, and he's kind of like a little bit of he's got like a fraud kind of thing, but he can use his cards to read people while he controls them. A very, very cool choice. I think
he's part of a carnival as well, so you get a little bit of a kind of a deception, like
the Carney kind of vibe, like Penn and Teller. Penn was Carney trash before he became Penn and Teller.
Then we basically Talison's character, so we have to use the names. Molly and Yasha, they kind of leave the party, and the party decides to agree all together to go to this new carnival.
The Carnival of Curiosity.
So the pink shirts decide. There's a parade in the middle of town, because this is later at night, so some time passes. And there's a parade throughout the town. They decide to go to the carnival and watch the carnival take place.
Oh, it's also worth mentioning that Travis gets the first roll of the new story arc, and that rolls a nat 20. Hey, that's pretty cool.
It's a good start.
Yeah, it's not bad. So essentially,
the writers did well writing that in.
They also talk about the Academy quite a few times. To mention the Academy. So that's going to be, I think, an important part of the world as well. We don't know too much about it, but it's been mentioned several times. And then, off to the Carnival of Curiosity.
So the pink shirts, once they arrive to the carnival, they meet up again with Molly. Let's call her Molly.
Molly, yeah. That's what they shorten it to later in the episode. Yeah.
Molly and Yasha, and they get told they have to hand over their weapons to Yasha, and there's a bit of disagreement.
Yeah, but this is kind of a classic D&D trope. Often when you enter a new city or something that's got a high presence of militia, you are asked to hand over your weapons, and 95% of the time that completely screws you over when combat arises. Yeah, basically.
And he felt like something like that was coming up as well. So they hand over the weapons, but after a bit of disagreement, Yasha stays closer. Yasha, who was Ash's character, got all the weapons, so it was going to stay close to the party while they watched the show.
Yes,
that was the agreement that came.
They had also gone before that briefly on a brewery tour, which is where we find out Marisha's character, Beauregard's love of ale. I just thought it was worth mentioning that as well.
Yeah.
Now, I've written down when they enter the carnival. My God, Matt Mercer absolutely nails it with his description. The storytelling part where he leads the characters into this carnival. Wow, man, like actual chills through my body, huge inspiration. I was suddenly just like, wow, I have to start stepping up my description game in our D&D live streams, because, man, it was on point. He got the sense of the room, that element of danger as the fire breathers kind of lit their breath with this like the fumes of gas and such. Man, it was a wonderful scene and really, really kind of built what happens next.
I think it was alright.
That's a typical Kiwi response, by the way, if you're not from New Zealand.
He's a drama queen. You're very dramatic.
I studied drama for like 5 years.
Yeah. But yeah.
I can't believe you'd say that, my friend. I can't believe you'd say that.
Whoa, friend. Anyway.
Associate.
Yeah. So anyway, the acts that Matthew kind of describes the event, the acts that kind of take place as the carnival's going. So we have the Knot sisters, which don't know if there's any relation with Knot, but there was a bit of going, is there something?
I honestly think, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. I honestly think that Matt's been reading the Bard section of, I can see you. Matt's been reading the Bard section of Xanatar's Guide, because it really goes into a whole bunch of these like schools for bards of performing arts and clownships and stuff, and the sword swallowers and jugglers. That's all from Xanatar's Guide, so I think he's been reading that. But continue with what you were saying while I drank my coffee.
Okay. Anyway. I'm pretty sure he's already read it. It was like he just never had the opportunity to bring it in.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Knot sisters, they're kind of like trapeze kind of, I can't remember the word for it. They tangle their bodies, they shape it into
Contortionist.
Contortionist, that's the word I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
There's Orna the Fire Fairy. Fire breather. And then we have a Devil Toad, which is kind of... It's portrayed as this, like, vicious thing. Yeah. But when things start to go wrong, it's like, never mind.
Very domesticated.
Yeah, it's very domesticated and part of the show and the act.
And we meet Desmond.
And the drama is like, the Devil Toad's probably called Oliver, how dramatic it was being.
I can't even edit like a big poop over his face because he's editing this one. We also meet Desmond, who's one of the ringleaders of the circus. In fact, he's one of the ones that created it. The full title is Desmond's Carnival of Curiosities. Yeah. So he might be, I don't know if he's important in terms of the long run, but he's certainly important in the...
Probably have connection to Molly for a while, though.
Possibly, yeah.
So basically, as the next event happens, there is a dwarven blonde girl from up above.
Yeah.
And is she singing the song or someone else is singing the song?
No, someone else is singing the song. A singer comes out and encapsulates the audience's attention. I used that word wrong. And it kind of does this beautiful performance which puts people into a near hypnotic but kind of...
just think of it as like an angel falling from the sky. And it's like, but a nice beautiful song, something like that.
Something like that.
And then this guy from the crowd gets up, and he kind of like reaches up, like he's reaching towards it, and then he kind of clutches the chest, and turns into this weird monster thing.
So his flesh starts splitting, the bones protrude through his skin, and he kind of morphs into this undead-looking creature. Roll initiative. The first...
I was going to do that with a dice, but I forgot one when I walked up.
Okay, so you just throw your book. Okay, good. Well, I'll continue reading from your notes then. Let's see. Okay, that's
about a different episode.
That's a drawing of a giant jackass with a...
It's not.
Okay, I was going to make something up there, but anyway,
it would have taken you an hour to make something up, so we just moved on.
Roll initiative, the first combat for 2018. This is what I was really hoping for. In fact, I knew that David'd seen the episode before I did, and one of the first questions I asked him is, do we get to see combat in this session? And he said yes, and I was like, awesome, let's find out how the characters are playing, how the people are playing their new characters in terms of what spells.
To be honest, I think they knew their characters quite well.
Yeah.
There was no big pauses, no... What do I do? There was just a lot of cool, like, I get to finally do this, like Ashley when she got to rage for the first time.
Oh, she wasn't 100% sure. She didn't, because she said, I would like to rage, and everyone went wild. The chat went wild. It was because the chat replays along with the video. And then, she wasn't sure if she got advantage, like, immediately, and Matt's like, you get advantage.
Yeah, reckless and stuff like that. But that comes with time. Yeah. I mean...
and Sam Riegel sings. Again, he uses a spell...
He's got -3 performance now.
Yeah. Quite different from Scanlan, but he does give us a song, which was just fun.
But in a very, like he's trying, like, the voice as well, it doesn't come off as well.
Actually, towards the end of the episode, he's like, I can't believe I have to do this voice for the next 2 years. So,
Isn't there a cut, like... Isn't there, in the Decamini things, there's a card that changes your sex?
Yes.
That's what we need. So if Sam ever gets desperate, he would just go on a hunt for this thing, and just hope to pull out that card.
Yeah. I want to get the Herod deck of many things for our game. It's the deck of many things from Pathfinder, which is a bit more balanced. It's got 1/3 of the cards are good, 1/3 are neutral, 1/3 are evil. So look out for that in the live streams of the D20 Multiverse.
Or it may never happen.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, basically, we don't go, as regular viewers of NPCs knows, we don't go too in-depth on the combat because it's like an hour thing and it's not that interesting.
Yeah, you have to do play for play, and to be honest, we ramble enough as it is. So,
we're just going to give you some highlights. I would like to rage is probably the highlight for me because everyone loved the fact that Ashley gets to go, after admiring Grog for so long in the first campaign, Ashley finally gets to go in smack and
just for if you are following along with the kind of plot, Yasha gives all the weapons back to everybody when this starts to go wrong.
Yeah.
So they all get their weapons. They kind of, it's just a simple mob.
Yeah. That
they just have to, but they have to be very careful because they don't have a lot of hit points and they can fall very easy. But they managed to take out this monstrosity kind of mutant.
It's worthy to note that some of the people that are being attacked by this creature, the NPCs that are falling to the ground, are being resurrected as these kind of necrotic people. So they realise, right, if this thing kills too many people, we're dealing with a swarm here. Let's take down the main guy. Yeah. Taliesin actually says, I'd like to take a shot at him, and goes to roll. And people are like, shot? Because you're using a sword. And he's like, oh, yeah, I mean slice. I'm going to take a slice at him. And he was still obviously thinking Percy brain. But after this kind of goes on, and we have some classic D&D combat.
Marisha gets the first. How do you want to do this of this campaign? So Bo.
Yeah, Bo.
Should we say Bo?
Well, I think we should use both for now until people can kind of remember who
Beauregard.
Beauregard, the human monk. Marisha's character first. How do you want to do this? In 2018 in the new campaign. Oh, it was a great moment. People went wild, and we're still using "How do you want to do this?" in the new.
I like her being drunk.
Yeah, and
I like
just
the drunk playing.
She's also like she's
not that I like her being drunk. I like her acting
character.
drunk.
Yeah. It's actually cool to see her playing something that's a bit more brutal, a bit more less forgiving than
It just reminds me of like there's a famous like interview of Matthew and Marisha at this I think Australian convention, and she goes to speak into the mic, but she pulls up her wine glass and starts talking in there, and then she realizes what she was doing, and it's always creeped me up. It always reminds me of that.
I honestly wonder if Marisha kind of gets any kind of info ahead of time when she's just walking into the den when Matt Mercer's like bent over this desk wildly scrawling in Dwarvish and Elvish on these pieces of paper which are being like thrown to either side.
There'll be so much information that never gets used. She's probably given up by this point. She's like, I don't know really where to look.
She knows I know exactly what the next NPC is going to be like, and then they all go this way. And
it's like it doesn't matter at all. It's like, I knew the path to go.
Anyway, the combat ends with Marisha getting the "How do you want to do this?" The creature is slain, and yay, ringing victory kind of thing.
Yes.
However,
then the Crown's Guard, which is basically the Popo.
Yeah.
The police.
The 5-0 rolls up and they're like, car going
and
right
there's this really kind of stupid, like, he doesn't really know what he's doing. He's been there for like 10 years, but he's still, this is way over his pay grade kind of thing.
10 years, 2 weeks.
Yeah. He comes in and he wants answers and he's trying to work out what's it all going on, and they try and be real deceptive with him. Obviously Laura is Laura still and loots the bodies and steals money. As Laura does. Her Laura was showing, as Sam says. But then after kind of them trying to worm the way of the situation and not really working, more of the Crown's Guard arrives.
Yeah. Also, Crown's Guard, I much prefer that to King's Guard. It's a great name. I might even steal it. But yeah, people like 10s and then 20s and a whole swarm of these Crown's Guard show up, and the party kind of gets on the back foot a little bit.
Yeah, and luckily they've kind of won over the guy who was running the circus. Desmond. And Desmond's kind of says, like, these guys weren't part of it, just us. But Molly has already put his foot in it and said that he was part of it, so he ended up getting arrested. Yeah,
so Taliesin, aka Molly Mock, or Molly... Yeah, gets a bit...
Everything's better with Molly.
That was a joke they made on stream. About 10% of the audience
didn't know, because over here it's not called Molly.
No, we don't call it Molly.
We don't call it Molly over here. And if you want to know what Molly is, look it up online. We're not going to go into it.
No, it's not.
But
joke was made on the stream, about 15% of the audience got it.
But to be 100% honest, I didn't know what it was until I heard it in a Miley Cyrus song, and then I finally picked it up.
I heard it from a stand-up comedian called Drew Michaels.
Oh, when was that?
That was online.
How long ago?
I don't know, a couple of months.
A couple of months ago? You only found out what Molly was a couple of months ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew what it was, I just never knew that name of it.
Ah, yeah. Well, yeah, I knew what it was.
Anyway, way off track. Essentially, some of the party gets arrested. The rest of them are kind of said, the Crown's Guard say, right, you're not allowed to leave the city, we will know if you do. And Matt kind of does this thing where he says to the party, look, if you flee, I will find you. Now, he doesn't kind of say it's impossible to flee. He says...
it's kind of hinting there'll be consequences
if you try that.
But also what I find quite interesting, it's really just to give Ashley a reason for not to be there next episode, because I don't think she will be. Yasha takes that first guard that we had there and tries to show him where the blonde dwarf girl was,
right? And
then tricks him to go into a tent and runs away.
Yeah. So
that's why probably Ashley's not going to be here in next episode.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool that she got to be there for the first, but critters, we know that Ashley has a very tight schedule. She's got things going on all the time, so it's just difficult to try and get everything done.
Yes, so basically that's where the episode ends with one of our players already arrested and the other one run away. So
yeah, we got to see some spells and stuff that the party members had never used before in Matt's game. So oh man, it was really something, and I'm probably going to rewatch it tomorrow after work, just because I thought it was wonderful.
I mean, it's cool finding out all the characters, and over time we're going to grow. Like at the moment, Jester is my favourite, but it's only because you don't really know the other ones too
well.
I mean, I like Marisha's character as well. It's growing on that.
I think she's going to be a big player as well.
Not Salt and Sam's one yet. I think it feels like that could get a bit worn out.
Trying to play the same kind of joke.
of being a girl for 2 years and kind of playing that up. I feel like that's going to be a little bit kind of a broken record.
Yeah, I can see
maybe.
I can see it, but we know Sam Riegel and his talent. He'll probably mix it up. Liam, I think, is my one to watch. I think that's going to be my favorite going forward. Like I think when he kind of evolves as a warlock, we find out more about his kind of psyche and personality.
I didn't expect him to play another kind of low, depressing character. Even though that's kind of not Regal, so I'm about to say Liam's wheelhouse to play Illidan, like fallen characters and Brian Barb. It surprised me, but he's good at it. So
I mean, there's no saying that they all had to do something that was completely different from their last character. While some of the members obviously chose to be like, no, I'm playing a spellcaster this time. I'm going to mess shit up from afar with like fireballs and stuff. Yeah, they don't have to. So, but hey, we can always find new dimensions and layers to the characters as the story goes on.
And Team Pink Shirts will carry on next week.
Yeah, so that is our recap and review of the first ever episode of the new campaign of Critical Role. We, the NPCs of Wildemount, would like to thank you for coming along and supporting our channel. We've had a whole bunch of subs in the last couple of days, and it makes us really happy because we put a lot of work into this channel.
And we don't have lives, mainly.
Not really.
As we state every episode, we don't have lives.
This is what we do. So remember, check out the rest of our content. We are, again, live streaming our D&D games. They've started back up for the year as well. So if you're not quite getting enough D&D out there, you can come and join us twice a week when we live stream our games from Wellington.
We also have podcasts, and we do Dragon Tavern series where we explore other D&D things. Also, make sure you leave a comment below. Tell us what you think about the episode. Give us a discussion point, because once in a while we'll bring them on to the actual show and maybe even do a Q&A if we get enough of them. We do probably want to do something to go through people's predictions from our prediction videos. We don't know how we're going to do that yet.
We'll figure it out. Also, Dungeon Master, if you're watching this, which you probably are, I want to know how you did on your guesses of the characters and how you like what they're now playing. So comment that below.
So you just called out that one person. I called out everyone. You called out one person.
I like that.
I care more about everybody. You care about the one Dungeon Master.
Dungeon Master for the win.
Dungeon Master, just so you know, if you're just watching this and don't understand, he's the user who posts on our videos.
Yeah, I really like him. He comments on a lot of our videos. And
what about the other people that comment on the videos?
Yeah, they're cool too. That's, no prejudice there.
He's biased.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, Dave and Ollie.
I can say my name, Dave.
You can, the NPCs of Wildemount. We'll be back next week for our recap and review of episode 2. Thank you guys for supporting us, and have a good day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. That was a really professional wrap up.
You thanked one person.
Attempt number 3.
I just walked in here and he's been like this. Apparently he's been like that for 5 days.
That was such a good episode.
You at least put on pants.